Alright then gang, so in this lesson I want to talk a little bit about error pages. Now we saw the error page briefly before when we clicked on a guide, or rather went to a guide that doesn't exist. Now if we go to a guide that does exist, then we see the guide page, but if this ID up here didn't exist, we changed the error page to be a redirect instead, so it redirected back to the guides page. However, if we go to a random URL, so not a guide, but just a random URL that doesn't exist, then we're still going to see this horrible error page. So we get the error status code 404, then some kind of message, and then all of this stuff right here. So what I'd like to do is instead make our own custom error page, which just looks a little bit nicer, and then you can customize this to your heart's content. Now the way we do this is pretty similar to how we created a layout component. So inside the routes folder, new file, __ error.svelte. So now if there's an error, it would serve up this component right here instead of the default one that we just saw. And by the way, the default one is inside this SvelteKit folder, inside components, and then it's this error.svelte component right here. So all of this is the template we just saw in the browser. The status code, the error message, the frame, and the stack. So this was being served up, but now because we've created our own error component right here, it's going to serve up this one instead. Now you might be thinking, where does this error object come from? Well, if we take a look up here, we have this thing, this script with context equal module, and inside that we have the load function, and inside that load function we get access on the context object to the error and the status if there is one, and all we do is return as props the error and the status. All right, and then we grab those right here, export status and also the error right here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to copy this file and I'm going to paste it over here, and I'm going to get rid of all of this template, and I'm going to get rid of all of this in here, and then what I'll do is just get rid of this as well, like so. Alright, so we have this script up here where we have the load function and we get the error and the status, and now we're returning as props the error and the status. Okay, now what I want to do is maybe not return the status. We don't need that for the sake of our error page, so let's get rid of that. We'll just return the error, and also we'll have this as a message. So we'll create a message property, and that's going to be equal to the error.message, like so. Instead of us doing error.message inside the template as they do over here, we're just getting the message directly and passing that back as a prop. Okay, so that's pretty much all we need to do up here. Now down here we need to accept this prop, so to do that we say export let, and then whatever the prop is called, in our case it's message, and then we can do the template. So I'm going to do a div with the class of error, and inside that we'll do an h2 that just says something like oops, and then below that we want to output the message in a paragraph tag, and then below that we'll just do, oops, we need to close that off, we'll just do an anchor tag which is going to go to /guides, and then we'll say view all guides, like so. Alright then, so now I just want to add in one style, and I'm going to copy this from my repo and paste it in. So we're just targeting this class right here, error, and we say text align center, margin bottom 60 pixels. Now this is a terribly simplified error page, and you might want to make yours a little bit better. But I just wanted to show you how we can override this default error component by creating this one down here. So we grab the error there if there is one, and by the way, this error is coming from, if we take a look over here inside the index component, you see this error right here. This would be the error message in this case. So if this was wrong, you know, something like that, then this error would be passed into this thing right here, and the message would be whatever we write. Okay, but in other cases where the page doesn't exist, we're just going to get a 404 error. Alright, so let me go back over here and make sure this is correct, save it, and I think that's all there is to do. So let's try this out in the browser. Alright, so now let's go to a page that we know does not exist and press enter, and voila, we get that custom error page. So this is the error message, oops at the top, and then we can view all guides, and it's going to go back to the guides page. Awesome.